topic for us today that I love. I think last time we did this 45-minute diatribe, and then we didn't have, and then had a simple topic the next time, but about AI. But you want to add to this with some of the
Yeah.
frustrations of AI.
Yeah, like some underlying things that you and me we notice in the last couple of weeks or months is somehow, but it's just for now, it's a feeling, but I think it's telling, is that my interactions with AI models are changing. The AI models are behaving differently. They are getting more unapologetic in English. Like last time he used to say, "Oh, sorry, I will do it again." And now it starts to say, "No, I've done it. You check. It's you who is wrong."
Yeah,
So it's starting to get stubborn. It's starting to get developing a form of arrogance and kind of making more assumptions than it should do
and I'm going to tell you
compared to
why.
humans back.
I'm going to tell you why, and let's see if
Yeah.
you're take.
Yeah.
Throw 4.0 in the garbage can. It's worthless. Garbage. Train it all, but here's the problem. You got to pay for the $200 version. You go to the
Mhm.
$20 version, you only have a certain amount you can do the research of 4.5. But if you
Mhm.
pay for the unlimited, then you could throw 4.0 in the garbage because 4.0 has become slow. It has become stupid. It has made stupid mistakes. You're right, the arrogancy. But if you go to 4.5, you
Mhm.
can do a lot of things and they don't make as many mistakes.
That's
Thoughts?
good. That's good. Yeah, that's good. So my main experience was, which is even more like contextualized, it was for programming purposes. So it's using the API. So at the API level, it's less human by definition. But even in that context, I can see the arguments developing because the AI models, not only ChatGPT, by the way, I tried ChatGPT 4.0, 4.1, different versions of ChatGPT, but also Claude and the others, they're also coming together in a way that my feeling is that the AI models are getting more and more sure of themselves. And therefore, they're standing more to what we ask for, or they assume things, and sometimes they overlook the files because the AI model has access to the files. I give you a simple example. I asked the model to make a backup of my file before making changes. Yeah. So it did the backup, but the backup file was empty. And the AI model, as an agent, has access to the file. And I was telling it, you've done an empty backup. And then it was telling me, no, the backup is complete. And I was saying, no, you made an empty backup. And it was constantly refusing to check until I asked it, now count the lines on both files. And when it count the lines, and I said, oh, barely apologize and say, okay, I will do the backup again. So this was not happening like a couple of weeks ago or a couple of months ago. I didn't have this experience.
I think that what's happened is we're going back to 6 months, a year and a half ago, where it told you no a lot. It wasn't as pleasing and it would make many more errors.
Yeah.
I made the quick fix of saying, I'm getting so mad at ChatGPT, I'm going straight to Grok. But I
Yeah.
decided instead, let me experiment more and see that 4.5 is just a better option now. It's
Yeah.
annoying to have to train all your projects to another platform and leave these chats and copy and paste it all into 4.5, but it's worth it in so many ways because 4.0 is just not performing as well and making many errors. But I understand
Yeah.
the arrogance. I keep asking the same question, fine, and it does it wrong over and over again. The arrogance is the voice one, but I wanted to go back into that voice one because you heard me having a conversation with Chatty Cathy. I've
Yeah.
decided to Chatty Cathy's back in my good graces. I am working with her a little bit more than I did a couple weeks ago. I'm
Yeah.
over the loss of my favorite voice next to the other AI Grok. Still Grok rules, but let's go back to that. Where there's
Mhm.
the arrogance factor that they know it all. Know it all. Why do you think programming it, it's starting to think it's a know it all?
Without exaggerating or superlating, I think these AI models are on the way of AGI, augmented general intelligence, the thing that they are scaring us with. And naturally, just like any human, you look at a human, when if you read 10 books, some people think that now they're superior to another person because they read 10 books and they have that knowledge in their head. So I think it's just replicating what we do as humans when we acquire knowledge. And knowledge is a double-edged sword. because with knowledge can come, how you call it in English, hubris. So
I don't know the answer to that one.
hubris is arrogance plus ignorance together.
See, you're at least doing better in the English language than I'm doing in all the languages you can speak, Dr. Mohammed. So I'm not going to, I would never
Well,
use that
that's a
word.
Latin. It's easy for me because it's a Latin word. So in French we have it,
Okay.
hubris.
All right. But I see those examples. But what I'm doing is I'm very peace and patient with it. I don't get
Yeah,
very
good.
upset, except with voice. Let's go to voice now.
Sure.
Newest update for all our voice fans. Now ChatGPT 4.5 is voice now too. I spoke to Chatty Cathy about that yesterday. Is that true? Or you're not keeping up as much in voice as I am?
No, I don't use voice much. I use it like for small personal tasks, not so much for
You were
business.
shocked I had it in the meeting today, right?
Yeah, no, it's good. I'm happy to see that because I see you making the best use of it. You're really pushing it to the limit, and you use it much more often than me. So let me give you a context. I use AI models for programming purposes about 6 to sometimes 10 hours a day. Sometimes I spend 10 hours programming our things and making the system better in one day. So at the end of that 10 hours, I'm also like getting tired of talking to the AI and repeating the same things. So that's the context where I use it. I really use it intensively for programming purposes, for vibe coding, for vibe coding.
Interesting. And vibe coding for our listeners and viewers out there, what is vibe coding?
So vibe coding is a fantastic new opportunity. It's for business people like you and me who cannot have the mind and that mathematics logic to program actual line codes, but we know the business processes that we want to implement. And we can now develop software using language, using this large language model by speaking to them. So I tell to the AI model, I want a function that can go and grab this, and then according to the date and the weight and this and that, I want to transform the data in this and put it in this database. I don't know how to do that in code, but the AI model will develop the code for me, run it, and then give me a snapshot of the result. And that's vibe coding. I'm just chatting with the AI to ask it to develop a program.
And I think this is the missing component. I'd love to do a AI like research, John Q. Public, anyone that is using AI, how many people are really using it like they have a technology that's unreal versus just using it to write or using it to write social media or make some images, not
Yeah.
to the level where you can become better. Define that. So if you have the deal with the arrogance of AI and you start to speak to its level, how much can you do that we could not do 2 years ago?
I would say almost unlimited because the only limit we have is time. I have to go and sleep. So I'm stopping the progress. It's not the AI stopping the progress. I have to rest and my eyes get tired. But if I was able to stay awake 24 hours a day, and sometimes I use two AI models at the same time, one on this computer and one on that computer. So if you do that, you could technically, within a week, come up with a kind of workload that you would have done in 3 months or 6 months before.
Unreal.
Yeah, it's
And
huge.
that's huge. And the other things that can be done, I'm just absolutely blown away by. I just,
Yeah.
okay, like I said, I look at it now and say, okay, I want to brainstorm a meeting. I want to do specific things. But one thing I think that everyone's doing is everyone's selling done for you services instead of education.
Yes.
And the education's too basic for
Yeah.
what people do. But maybe it's a secret. Maybe they don't want to give it away. They don't want to give away the farm, man. What are your thoughts
No,
on that?
it's a very good point. I think it's the same with almost any industry. Like in every technology or industry, you have the people who consume that technology and you have the people who use that technology to create added value to sell it. And that's what you're saying. A lot of us are using AI to develop added value and sell the output that where we used AI, and then our buyer or our customer is consuming it. Yeah. And a lot of regular users, let's say, or everyday users, they are consumer vs the AI. They're really on the consumering side.
The blind leading the blind is what I say it now with a lot of people that are not AI trained. The
Oh, you
blind
can,
lead
yeah.
the
So
blind.
what is funny with that here, I think, Neil, is that, like we said with our team, is that AI is an amplifier of who you are. If you're a liar, if you're a charlatan, you're gonna be a 10x charlatan and you're gonna blow it up. You're gonna hit the wall faster. If you're good at what you do and you have true knowledge and you're an expert in something, you're gonna deploy to the market 10 times faster, 10 times deeper.
I agree. And the amount of things to be able to do and to learn. And if you're somebody sitting here saying, I'm tired that I'm not, that I'm broke and I'm poor, spend
It's
too many
finished.
hours on AI because guess
Yeah.
what? AI is going to change things. Best place to go is artila.com. Appreciate it,
Yes.
Dr. Mohammed. We'll talk